Hello and welcome back. So the time has come to combine the sides with the top. So here we go. And this top, the one we did before with the thing on the inside, nice dome on the outside. And what I'm going to do, I've got this in the mould as we prepared it before, and this little tape here is because this is bouncing slightly out, so the tape is just wedging it so it's in the right place. And then we'll try this on, see if it fits, which it seems so I can line up the centre. I'm pressing it down, feels all right, and what I can do is go all the way around the outside now, and I can just look to make sure that we get in contact all the way around. Now, in order to glue it, I need to apply pressure in the middle and also pressure all the way around the outside. And to do that, I've got some fairly thin plywood here, and I've just cut out the guitar shape, and I've cut out another few centimetres around the outside to give me something. You just about see the holes there, so I've got holes all the way around. That goes on the top, and then I take a bunch of screws, I put them through the holes, and I can just tighten all those down slowly, and that will force it down. This, because it's thin, will deform as well around the shape, and that should hold it in place. But what I'm going to do is do a test run first, a dry run without any glue in case it all goes wrong. So I'm just going around and I'm just putting in kind of opposite corners and things just to make sure the screws go in properly. Almost like doing a cylinder head gasket or something. So just putting it around. Right, and I'm just going to carry on around with that now until I've got screws in all of the holes. Okay, so I've not got screws in all the holes, I've got them in a lot, and it feels solid. I can look all the way around from the side here and make sure I've got no glaring gaps or anything. Once I'm happy, I take it to pieces and I'll put some glue in. So the glue is good old aliphatic, and it's got to go onto this piece and also onto all the way around here. I want to put enough on so that it sticks, but I don't want it squodging out everywhere. So here we go, top going on. Very careful to drop it on in the right place. Avoid getting glue everywhere, and make sure the overhang is the same both sides. Okay, that's good. Now the lid. Let's screw it down. It's all the screws in. It feels solid. None of them are. That one is a bit proud. Okay, now what I'm going to do is, again, I'm just going to go around and check that we have contact all the way around on the edge where we need it, but that's looking all right. And obviously, as you tighten some of them down, others start to pop up when you realise they're not fully down. So you can go around again, make sure they're tight, not too tight. I don't want to start breaking the wood. But that should be good to go. We'll leave that for a couple of hours. So it's been a couple of hours. It's time to see whether it's worked. A bit scary, this one. If it hasn't worked, it's back to the drawing board. So let's take the screws out and see what we've got. I'm starting off by going around and just taking the tension out of all of them. Just trying to avoid a diagonal, or trying to avoid a pressure in one place, if you see what I mean. Now I've done that, let's take the rest of the screws out and see what we've got. So this is just the last one. Okay, here we go. I'll take the piece of wood off. Okay, well, none of it's cracked, so there's a start. Let's have a look what we've got. Will this come out now? It's quite tight, but there we are. Looking good. Not bad at all. We just need to trim this now, so that because we've got an overhang, so we just need to trim that off. But yeah, that's looking all right. So you thought it was scary gluing the top on? Well, trimming the top back now is going to be even more scary because we're going to use one of these. Now I've got a bit on it. It's got a bearing on it. So the theory is the bearing will touch the side, which is now in the right place, and then the rotor will cut above it. So as we run it round, the bearing will run on the side and I'll cut away at the top until we reach the side, and it'll follow the profile of the side, which is why I was so keen to get the profile of the side correct. Now, it's still scary because these things don't take any prisoners. So I shall do it, but I shall wear a mask and also eye protection. And the other thing to consider when using the router is that the direction that the thing goes, and you can see from the blades that it needs to go in that direction, which means it needs to cut. So it means I'm going to have to follow it around in this direction because I want the blade to be cutting into the direction of movement. I don't want the blade to be cutting away because that'll just skip off and make a mess. So I'm also going to take not huge chunks at a time, just little bits, little skims until I get down to the right level. I've done the first little bit. You can see I've done from here round, and you can see that that is now cut off level with that outside. Now obviously we're going to put bindings on to hide this, and it'll take the shape. So the shape of this outside needs to be absolutely perfect before embarking on this. But there we are, started off. I'm just going to go around and do the rest of it now. And there we are, and all the way around. And there's a decent edge. There's a slight overhang on some of it because the top is curved, so you tend to get that. But that's okay because that'll disappear when I do the edges. I've made a slight bit of damage. So there's a slight amount of delamination happened in this top corner here, and the laminate, the top layer of the maples just split a little bit as I came around. But I can easily, I'll just cut a new piece in there and glue that. And it probably be taken up by the binding as well. Overall, there we go, one guitar shape. So there we are, that's the back glued onto the guitar and trimmed off. So we've got half of the guitar starting to form, which is getting quite exciting. In the next episode, we're going to look at putting the bindings on. That's the plastic bindings around the top to make it look more like a real guitar and to protect the edges as well. And to hide any mistakes, which of course there won't be any. Okay, so thanks for watching. Please press subscribe, give me a like if you liked it, and hopefully I'll see you next time.